r/ask Reddit. You have to fight an exact copy of yourself to the death. How do you outsmart yourself? Decide to stop fighting and compete to outlive one another. We both end up eating healthier, exercising, and finding more joy in our lives in hopes of living longer than the other, eventually forgetting about the fight to the death part, and then I hit her with a claw hammer. If he's anything like me, he won't like getting kicked in the balls. My first instinct was to kick myself in the balls. I tell him that someone he is friends with thinks he is annoying. Hey, remember that Night Vale episode where they fight their doubles? Yep, and Dana Cardinal kills hers and grows to regret it really heavily later on? Yep, let's not have regrets. This is wholesome as duck. I'm pretty dumb, so outsmarting myself should be easy. Says the other you. I sheathe my weapon. We learned this back in 1989 when playing Prince of Persia. Wait, you had to sheath a weapon? Is that why I could never pass that section? Please say number. I'm sorry, yes. Open Reddit on my phone. He should see me and do the same. We are both stuck there for at least an hour. You both post this thread trying to get help. Kill myself. It'll win either way. Acquire lots of debt. Take out loans to go partying. Bang hookers. Do all sorts of drugs. Then die. Now your clone has to pay it off for the rest of his life. I doubt the IRS and creditors are gonna believe, oh no, that wasn't me. That was my doppelganger. Yet tell that to collections. What kind of sick, sadistic a-hole cashes out a $401k on his doppelganger at the marginal tax rates? You're a sociopath. All the accountants reading this just had a mild panic attack. Giving him alcohol. Yeah, whichever found either the cocaine, alcohol or Xanax first and gave it to the other would win hands down. However, if they found it and started, they would lose so fast too. Does my copy have the same exact wife? If not, have her shoot the other one in the back. I'm sure that'll be cathartic for her, and survival for whichever one of us she misses. Why did you shoot me? The other one is the clone. I know. Pocket sand. My ace in the hole. He said, as he got hit in the face with pocket sand. But if he's freshly cloned, he won't have had time to prepare the pocket sand. I let myself win, so that the surviving one, we are copies, is unharmed from the experience. But then your copy also tries to let you win. It doesn't matter which of us wins, because we are identical. So it's basically the same if either of us survive. Rock, paper, scissors for the win. But will the game go on forever is the question. I made a pact with myself that if I ever encountered my clone, sex would occur. Mandatory. Guess it would have to be death by snusnu. Would it be masturbation? I'm going to say no. Once a clone is created, it becomes a separate person and will start to diverge from the original due to minor differences in experiences. So since it's a separate person, it wouldn't be masturbation. Distract that fat bitch with cake. The two of you end up fighting over the cake making supplies, until you eventually just make one together. Hey, you know that girl from high school you still have a crush on after 15 years? You know that girl you still think about every day but won't tell anyone else? Let's talk about that. I'm glad it turns off after the 27th year, for some reason. Vision goes bad about that time too. We would probably just look at each other, shrug, and walk away. I'm an identical twin, so I've been down this road many a time. In high school during a wrestling tournament there was a need for a supposed exhibition round for me and my brother's weight class. Apparently our district scheduled one too many buy rounds. Coach asked if we'd be willing to go for it and we did. The first period I couldn't help but laugh my ass off. I was literally wrestling my identical twin brother legally in front of an audience from 8 different schools and just couldn't help but laugh because I knew I could take him. Second period comes around and I had more points from a reversal on him. Of course the ref said top, bottom, or neutral, normal standing position. Of course I said neutral and my brother was still laughing during the second period. I knew what I had to do. Went in for a single leg takedown that almost ruined the match for me. He fell over my shoulder and brought me down under him. I was able to get based back up underneath enough to grab an arm and tuck and roll him onto his back and teed up and got the pin. Now the glorious part is at the end of the tournament when we received our medals. I got second in our weight class because I moved on to the finals and got my ass beat bad. And he got third. Obviously confused about the placing my brother received, we inquired. Turns out the tournament had to consider our little exhibition match, pretty much a scrimmage match, as a placement match because again, 2 men by rounds were set in our tournament. Long story short, I have a medal that proves I technically fought and outsmarted myself. To this day I still love giving my brother shit about it, because he's 1 minute older. I'm trying to find the identical copy of this post on this thread. It would actually be the exact opposite. Now, perfectly symmetrical violence never solved anything. I distract him with waffles. Are you easily distracted by waffles? If so, you both might end up fighting for the waffles, to the death. I'll make a deal with myself. We shall invade the Netherlands and get the best kind of waffles. Stroop waffles. Flip a coin. Heads. I kill myself quick and painless. Tails. He does. It's an exact copy, so any fight is going to hurt us both a lot. Win or lose, eliminate the fighting. One still walks away, just unharmed. You're both going to think heads is you. I will go on Reddit and make a very bad post about how you should handle such a situation. Knowing myself, my copy will go on Reddit to seek advice. He will find my post. Knowing myself, my copy will be stupid enough to believe it. He will follow the bad advice in our 1v1, and I will have the advantage. Flawless plan, right? Megaton hammer. Hey, right quick. They want us to fight to the death. One would do this? Yep. Smart move to do. Name your weapons. Add D rules. Ravenloft books, and the legendary Vecna modules. One of us throws the Gamma Master. One of us plays. And after we have finished the module, we switch sides and try to see who does better. Why do I keep running into mirrors of opposition? Who is forcing us? Because we have a deal with ourselves to never work against us and instead turn on anyone attempting to force the situation. Make him sad. He'll probably kill himself. Trick question. We team up and outsmart whoever is making us fight to the death. If this person is an exact copy of myself, I'm going to assume that he knows what I know, he thinks how I think, and he plans how I plan. The problem with that is, I'm a ducking lunatic and will end up most likely injuring myself before injuring my copy. I'd most likely take him out to the Chinese buffet in town and get good and full before completing our suicide pact. Trick is, I'll have built up an immunity to arcane powder over the years, and when we go to drink the arcane laced wine, I will just shoot him in the face with my bazooka that is cleverly hidden under the table. Chances are that he knows about the bazooka, but what he won't know is that it's actually malfunctioning because I won it from a dastardly group of people in a back alley turtle race. And let's face it, back alley turtle race attendees aren't the most trustworthy of people. I'll end up dying because it malfunctions and blows up in my face, but also getting my clone in the blast radius. Long story short, neither of us will be alive. Pretend to be the reflection in the mirror. Run away, almost as fast as I can. Other me will chase, try to catch up. If other me is exactly like me, he'll be all in on the chase. I'm stupid like that. I will try to outspeed everything I can. I've attempted several times to get speed trapped on foot in a 30km zone. When other me is at full speed and catching up, I'll abruptly stop, tense up, and let kinetic energy do the work on his unsuspecting, still sprinting body. Whoa, you made it to the end? You're a ducking beast. I'll cut you a deal. Smash like and subscribe for more curated content, bruh. It's free and that's a great price.